Hi, Catalina here from LoanSense. I promise to keep you all updated with the loan forgiveness program as we start to get more details about the program. About 3 days ago, more details were released, so I just want to present them in this video. They are just more process related on how you actually get the forgiveness. Do you have to file anything? And just some other details. So if anyone can benefit from this, please share this video. Please like it. Please subscribe to our channel. That will greatly help us. But here we go. So first and foremost, last week, Biden announced $10,000 of forgiveness for those with direct, graduate, undergrad, and parent loans. It's yet to be seen if FLEL loans will be included and how they will be included. And of course, if you're a Pell Grant recipient, Pell Grant is for low-income students for undergrad education. And those people with Pell Grants will receive $20,000 of forgiveness. I can make another video on how do you know if you're a Pell Grant recipient. It should be part of your financial aid package. So if you save that letter from any of your undergrad years, you'll know. If not, you can get that information straight from studentaid.gov. If you log into the portal, you should be able to see how much you got distributed in loans and how much in Pell Grant. So if you have any monetary value under Pell Grant, that means you're a Pell Grant recipient, which means you can get $20,000 of forgiveness, okay? What I did want to specify is, let's say you have 13,000 of loans left and you're qualified and eligible for 20 grand. You are not going to get a refund of that remaining 7 grand. You're just going to get the 13 grand forgiven. So I just wanted to specify the same thing with the 10 grand. You have 7 grand left and you're not going to get a refund of 3 grand. However, here's really, really good news. If you've made any payments during this pause period, you can get that money refunded to you. Simply need to call the servicer. There's a letter we can help you submit as well, but you can get that amount refunded. And if you've made any payments at all and you qualify for forgiveness, you should get that amount refunded and then you can qualify for forgiveness. So there is a hack, a pro tip I included in this video. So please do share it with those who have made payments that have made payments in excess to what they can actually get forgiven, right? So let's say you owed 15,000, you can get 10,000 forgiven and you paid back 7,000. We'll ask for a refund of $2,000, right? So you can get the 10,000 refunded. So I just want to give that pro tip first and foremost. Okay, so the Department of Ed, Miguel Cardonas basically said that in October there will be a form available for people to file to qualify a form to file to apply for forgiveness. The gist of that form will be providing proof of income because they only have proof for about 8 million borrowers, proof of income for 8 million borrowers, when there is in fact another 35 million they do not have proof of income for. So there will be a form released in October. So meanwhile, there's nothing you need to do until that form gets released. Let me see. We will, of course, keep you notified of when that form gets released. We will also be helping borrowers file for forgiveness through LoanSense. And of course, there'll be news. Likely you'll see news when the form will be released, although it's not going to bombard the media the way the forgiveness news bombards the media when a form gets released by the Department of Ed, right? So just follow our channel. We'll keep you updated of when that form is released. How do you know if your loan qualifies for forgiveness? Okay, so first of all, you have to know your loan is held by a federal servicer. That includes Nelnet, Great Lakes, Fed Loans, Moquila. Several others are on this list, but basically it needs to be held by a federal servicer, right? They are speculating a lot of FFEL loans, federal family educational loans, will not qualify. So loans that did not get frozen, that did not freeze when the pause payment started, those loans will have more difficulty getting qualified, although we don't know all the criteria about that yet. So we will keep you posted. It looks like Parent Plus loans are going to be included in this $10,000 of relief, which will help older Americans who borrowed for their children's education. And of course, the income caps for the forgiveness is what the form in October will require people to submit, right? Will be the proof of income. So that proof of income is $125,000 for single people, $250,000 for married couples and head of household, right? So part of that form will be to qualify your income to actually qualify your loans for forgiveness. I've gotten many questions from borrowers, such as like, will the $10,000 be put towards higher interest loans first? How will that $10,000 be applied? We don't know all those answers yet, but like I said, we will keep you updated as soon as we know it. All the logistics on the rollout and how they will do this, we will keep you updated. So I gave an example already of not getting a refund in excess of not getting actual money refunded if you've paid. So use the pro tip of asking for a refund. But what I did want to definitely mention is people are asking, am I going to get taxed on this relief? And the answer is no. Actually, one of the first things Biden did when he worked on the student loan programs was to pause any taxation on loan forgiveness until 2025. So the good news is if you get $10,000 or $20,000 of relief or whatever that amount is, you will not be taxed. So you will not be expected to pay taxes. Whereas, when you get a Pell, when you get a grant through your school, they give you this 1098T and you're expected to pay taxes on grants from your school. That is not the case on this student loan forgiveness, which is a good thing because some people can owe a pretty significant amount of taxes on scholarships they get in school, which to me makes no sense. But the good news is we will not get taxed on this relief. So that's also the latest update I wanted to inform you all of, and that will also apply. Now, people are asking, what are the credit score implications, right? Obviously, if you have a lower debt to income, that positively impact your credit. The amount of positive impact your credit just depends on all the factors that go into scoring your credit. Like, have you made on-time payments? What is your debt to income? What's the balance you keep on revolving debt versus installment debt? There's a lot of factors, so there's no way I can say a straight blank, like, oh, it's going to improve everybody's credit or something like that, just a standard answer, because everybody has multiple factors. And of course, lowering your debt to income does positively impact it. But if you do something else that negatively hurts your credit, then it can balance out, right? So I don't have an absolute answer on that. So those are the most, that's the most up-to-date information that I have on the student loan forgiveness. So no, we'll need to file a form in October. Hang tight until we get all the details. But in the meantime, no, you won't be taxed. You can research, do you have a federal loan? If you don't know, by the way, you can always log into my LoanSense at our consumer app, upload your loans, and we will tell you. Also, I did update in the last video the lowering of the payment for undergrad loans. Lowering of the monthly payment. So that's really, really exciting news as well. So essentially, if you qualify and are eligible in the income-driven repayment plan to lower your payment, we are here to help you file into that. I would consider doing it in October. Do not wait until December, right before payments get kicked back in if you do have a remaining balance on your student loans, because you do not want the servicers to be inundated with all these request ahead of payments being started, because basically in January there's going to be a huge fiasco to basically between October to January. There's going to be a huge line of people trying to restart their payments into auto pay, so set yourself back up for that. A ton of people trying to file paperwork for forgiveness as well as file paperwork for IDR. Do not wait until the last possible minute, because you do not want to wait months to hear from your servicer on an answer. So I'd recommend updating your IDR paperwork as soon as October, when the policy by the Department of Ed is enacted, so you give yourself at least a couple month buffer and not doing it at the last minute. I hope the information, I did not overwhelm you with so much information. Of course, please post questions. We will try to answer them as best as we can. Share this video for those who may benefit from this. There's 43 million of us out there who will get some form of relief. So share this with everybody you know that has student loans, and I'm happy to answer questions. We are staying really up to date on the news, and we're helping borrowers actively navigate this system. So if there's anybody that have been asked questions, it's us, and we're trying to provide the answers in real time. So Again, please like, share, subscribe, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Have a great rest of your week.